are back after quite some time in the Twilight Forest, where we I think did most of everything we really need to do in the Twilight Forest, all the way up to the Yeargast. And I've done that mod a long time ago, so trying to remember how it all went and how you kill the bosses. I kind of tore through a lot of them and didn't really have too much of a problem, although I did, if I even showed it in the montage. My piston boots broke, and I really don't feel like making new ones. I mean, they're actually pretty easy to make, but I think we're going to upgrade these nano suit boots to the nano suit boots of the Traveler, so I'm not really too worried about that. Also, being that my piston boots broke, I decided to add the nano chest plate to the jetpack, and now we have the advanced chest plate that you saw hopefully in the montage. Hopefully I included that. But yeah, this is kind of the chest of all the goodies that I kind of brought back home from my little Twilight adventure or Twilight Forest adventure here. I remember back in the day I could use this liquid slime to make a slime farm, so maybe I might do something with that if that's even still allowed in this pack. I don't know. This thing is pretty sweet. Mega sword, dude. All right. Anyways, today, or at least at the beginning of this episode, we are going to get this QED knocked out so I can make a Magnum Torch or two, and then being that we're going to have to do some Thaumcraft for this QED, we are going to make these nano boots of the Traveler as well. I'll have to get the aspects ready to go. All this stuff is fairly easy. We are going to need actually to make the electric boots of the Traveler first. Static boots, you just put iron boots in a polarizer. Diamond plates, copper gear, a weird battery. Yeah, this stuff's all doable. So low instability on these, and then a little bit higher instability on this one. So we'll make sure to have some extra stuff. So that is the goal. So let me get some stuff ready for this QED because I'd like to get some Magnum Torches pretty quickly here. Oh yeah, and the reason why I was showing you this stuff is we need... Did I already take it out? Yeah, I already took it out. Alright, so we need this magical wood, which is the Thaumcraft recipe that we need to do. We only need 4 of them, I believe. Wait, hold on. No, we need 8 of them, or 4 crafts, and some ender liquid. Alright, so we're going to need 8 carbonite and this stuff. So let me get that going here. Alright, so we're going to break out all the wands here. I'm missing... Oh, because I have a wand over here. Alright, so let's set this up here. I think it goes like that, that. Was this the recipe? No, it was not. Aha. Alright, so it looks like we got to do a little bit of research here. Hopefully this doesn't give us any more warp because I am really sick of the warp effects, man. Alright, now we have insufficient V in that one. Alright, let's try that one. Got a couple out of that. This one doesn't go on the bench. I knew that. Got a couple out of that. Alright, that's all we need, so... I think that's all the Thaumcraft stuff we needed, right? That's self-explanatory. Yep, we got that. We already made that. Alright, I think we're good to go. I just got to make a few other little knickknacks, and we can have a QED. I haven't even looked into what the crystals cost me. Where was that quest? Okay, so we need a bunch more ender eyes for these, and then a bunch of this ender infused obsidian. And I think the more ender flux crystals you have, the faster the recipe will go. Oh, we might actually need to power these, so this could get interesting. Before, I didn't think we needed to power them, but looks like they may require some RF, so I will, doesn't really tell you how much RF it takes, so, so the Magnum Torch is a 64 block radius. So that answers one of the questions that I had about this. And yeah, it is a little expensive, but the flawed diamond could get a little pricey. Molten tin, yeah, it's a little expensive, but I think this is a lot of stuff other than the flawed diamond. I might have to look into that, but yeah, I think we can do this. Okay, and for the liquid ender, can I? Man, I really need to get those boots of the traveler. These nano boots are just so slow now. I feel like I have slowness. Alright, sweet. We will let that melt down while we make the burnt quartz obsidian stuff here and the crystal matrix. We need 4 of these, so that means we need 16 of these, which means we need a lot of these, like a stack of this, so dark ashes and a block of quartz. I think I already should have a block of quartz in there. And we got to do that in an alloy smelter. Okay. Alright, and while that cooks up, let's see what else we can get going here. Okay, so the ender infused obsidian. We're going to need more burnt quartz for that. Okay. Man, this burnt quartz stuff has a pretty cool texture. I kind of like it. Alright, so now we need, dang, 72 dense obsidian plates. That's a lot. That's 648 obsidian ingots. Wow. Which is 72 obsidian blocks, which we have. Oh, we have 23. So that only means we need 49. Is that right? Okay, so we're gonna take a stack of this and make it into ingots. And we will be back when that's done. Because the real problem is gonna be the time. So that's a minute and a half for each. And we need 70, well, we need 49, right? So that's over an hour of making dense obsidian plates. So I will be right back. Alright, so while we wait for the dense obsidian plates, let's upgrade our boots here, because I am sick of going in slow-mo. So I have got a bunch of things ready here, and this is what the recipe looks like. Do I even have... Okay, so that's 8 pedestals, so I don't quite have it in the right... Let's do a little reconfiguration, maybe. I don't know if this helps at all. How much instability does this have? 3. Not too terrible, so maybe we can get away with it here. So, what was the recipe again? Alright, boots of the traveler in the middle. And then static boots, diamond plates, motors. You know what, let's poke these out a little bit too. And then wire, battery. And hit it with the wand. Oh, I probably don't have the, I always do this. Then we might as well do the nano boots too while we're here. Ooh, that gave us warp. Oh man. Nah, we're up to 17 now. Alright. Now this should work. Sweet. Electric boots of the traveler. Let's go power these up and see what they do. Alright, so they give a 2V discount. I think that's the same as the boots of the traveler. And we don't move any faster. Alright, well that's boring. Time to upgrade them. Alright, here goes nothing. This is a little bit more unstable. Oh, baby. Alright, Nano. Boots of the Traveler. Now we gotta go charge these up again. Alright, let's check these out. So this is normal running speed. Wait, what? You get 4V discount, but do I at least get the step assist? Okay, I get a step assist, but it doesn't seem very fast. Alright, so I did actually find out something about these boots here. So there is a hotkey. If you type in speed, uh, modulate speed boost. I set it to numpad 6, and basically that gives you, oops, I hit the wrong button. That gives you 25% increments of speed. So that is nice. I think I'm gonna keep it around 50% for now. But yeah, so these they do go fast. So now I think we have enough obsidian dense plates, which I made a few extra because they are used elsewhere. We have 143, so yeah, that's a decent amount. So let's make our stuff and things here. I forget the recipe, but I think it's something like this. Yeah. And I don't have enough V in my wands. I can't use that one. Dang it. I'll be back. Alright, we got a full wand now, so let's throw that in there. And with our newly 4% discount on that bad boy. Oh, we got 5 on those. Yeah, we get a good discount right here. So, Runic Matrix is one thing that we need. Let me grab that and put that away for now. And then I lost my bookmarks. Alright, so I think we should have everything we need now to at least make the QED. Oh, you know what? We're going to need to make the a bunch of ender infused. It looks like 30. I added the ender flux crystals. I only have 3 on here because that's what the quest is asking for here. So, and we'll get another one here. And then Magnum Torch after that. So let's go up here and make that ender infused obsidian stuff. We'll make a couple extras maybe, because it is used for the endothermic pump, the markers, some more crystals. Yeah, we'll make a couple extra. Oh, we have just enough burnt quartz. Probably should have made some extras, but that's alright. Let's go ahead and get this going here. Alright, 7.5 second recipe, that's not too bad. We'll just let that make up a bunch of ender infused obsidian, and we'll be right back to make the ender cores, then the diamond etched computational matrix, and then QED and some ender flux crystals, and then Magnum Torch. So that is what we're really after. So I will be right back. Alright, and then that's 34 of those. That should be plenty to get done what we need to get done here. Next is 4 of these. So we could have just left this in there. And while we are here, we might as well make the Enderflux crystals as well. Alright, that leaves us 6 Ender infused obsidian left over, and I think we have everything we need now for the diamond etched computational matrix, bingo, and QED. That is pretty sweet. I hope we don't have to power these. So I guess let's go find out. I think we're going to put it down in our Thaumcraft area for now. Let's just throw it over here. Let's complete the quest actually, because I want that 4th one. Whoops. And then this one wants us to make at least one Magnum Torch, so we're gonna make much more than that. So I'm gonna have to get some potions ready, probably get a little bit of night tour going, and then these chandeliers are a little. I've been working on some flawed diamonds, so we should be perfectly fine here. Decent amount of tin though. 10 ingots of tin. Alright, let's put this here. I know the description said that these might require power, so we're gonna try to not power them, I guess. Alright, so for the chandelier, it's just torch, flawed diamond, and a bunch of molten tin to get some chandeliers. So let's do that. Boom, boom. Was there? No. Alright, and let's just make a bunch of those for now. Alright, so we were able to make 12 with the amount of tin we have, so we'll just save the rest of this stuff for later. Let's go see if we can make a Magnum Torch. That was a quest. Alright, we don't have to power these. Good. That's a plus. Alright, I must have misread that. So, Magnum Torch, here we come. Alright, so that's 3 Magnum Torches. I'm probably going to make some more in the future here, but that is definitely going to help me while I dig all the way down to bedrock to expand this base a little bit. So, I think I'm going to place one for now. Let me turn the grid on here. So it goes 64 blocks in a radius. So if I like put one in the middle of this chunk, it should go 4 chunks, right? That's 64 blocks. So it may cut off like the corners of my base if I keep them in the middle. But maybe we can put a couple in the corner bases too, and then we should have like a pretty safe base. So just gotta hide them around the base here. Oops. Can I put it on here and still use this? I can. Yeah, let's put it there. Alright, there's one, and then I'm going to use these on different levels and stuff. Because I don't know if it's 64 blocks up and down as well, so got some testing to do. But yeah, that is the main goal for this episode. Let's figure out what else we can do. Alright, so for the rest of the episode here, I think we are going to do a little bit of IV progression. So I have not done any IV stuff in my past playthroughs. I've only gotten to like right into AE2 in past playthroughs, so EV, early EV, and so things are going a little bit slower for me, but that's okay because I'm gonna have a lot to learn here because there's a lot of new mechanics that I have never messed with. So I think we're gonna do some IV progression. So I think we're gonna get started with the you're gonna hate this, and we're gonna make a couple. We're gonna make a couple of these and a couple of these. Ooh, I didn't check what was needed for the pump actually, and lag. There we go. Oh, so much tungsten steel. So uh, we're gonna try to at least get to the assembly machine, and I'd really like to get to this circuit assembler. So yeah, we're gonna need actually 4 conveyors. Ooh, LUV tier. Okay, yeah, we made a couple of those before. Another robot arm emitter. Okay, so I would like to get those 2 machines knocked out this episode. So let's see if we can do that here. So first off, let's make all of these guys. In the background, I have been doing quite a bit of planning here with materials, but tungsten steel is so power hungry. So maybe I'll start making some more here. I think I even have it in the machine right now. I just have it turned off. Yeah, so that's over a minute at almost 8,000 EU a tick. So 1 IV amp for a minute. That's a lot of power. So we'll let that go. I did actually run out of power on that machine one time, so I voided 1 tungsten steel, and I'm not sure what caused that, but I do have some things turned off over here, so hopefully that doesn't happen again. I did go ahead and I was making some more platinum, and I ran my large, because I don't have a platinum line set up yet, so I've been kind of manually doing it, and I moved this large chemical reactor over here just over a block. This was for my PTFE, but I kind of took it over for other things, and I forgot to plug it in and then ran it and like voided a whole bunch of that platinum concentrate liquid stuff. So that was very annoying, but oh well. Mistakes happen. We're human. So let's see if, okay, you know what? Now I remember why I couldn't do this yet. So for these tungsten steel rods, I need an HV extruder. But I want to say there was something that I saw I needed an EV extruder for somewhere. I have a bunch of multi-blocks that I want to get going here soon, but there's a lot of prep work to do. I really want this, but I think this is a little bit beyond me with all the tungsten steel right now. So um, yeah, I think there was something in there that was going to require an EV extruder, so I think we're going to make the EV extruder first. Let's do that, and we need a EV piston. Ooh, we can make it. All right, so EV extruder, is that a quest? Of course not. And that's pretty sweet. So let's make some tungsten steel rods. How many are we going to need? That is the question. All right, and for this circuit assembler, we need the emitter, and I think we're gonna have to make the sensor as well, but they require iridium rods. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to do that as well. But I think there is a way. Oh, I forget how to get it, but I will figure it out when I get there. First, we're gonna work towards this assembly machine for now. But we're gonna make all the little components we need for this, except for the emitter. All right, so it looks like we're gonna need 14 motors. Do we have enough cable? Yeah. Do we have enough? Oh, we need to make, we'll make 20 ingots into rods, I guess, for now. Let that cook up. Still waiting on some graphene here. Make up some more platinum cable, because I am fresh out. Alright, so here is our rod. So let's see if we can make 14 motors here. Although, I feel like I should make some more and do some bags maybe. How many can we make? Okay, there's 14 that we need for our machines. How many can we make? Alright, we made 3 more. We ran out of graphene wire. Actually, I'm cooking some graphene wire up right now. Let's make 1 more. Okay, 4. And let's do some IV bags again, because actually those are kind of fun. Alright, let's see what we get from these 4 books here. Got a data orb apparently. Got some borosilicate glass, good. No more motors, wafers. Ooh, a HSSC prospector. That's pretty neat. These we're gonna need eventually. You know what? I actually am going to need these because I eventually want to make this guy here, and maybe we'll do it in this episode. Ooh, we got a bunch of circuits and Steve's factory manager inventory cable. Okay. That's nice. Okay, cool. Not a terrible waste. Let's put all this stuff in here for now. Even the data orb and prospector we will put in here. That's a nice prospector. Sweet. Okay, where were we? Motors. So let's put the motors back in there. Warded jar. Don't need that. We need 4 conveyors, so let's see if we have enough for that. I need some more silicon rubber plates, it looks like. And I'm actually gonna, I need to look at automating all these plastics and rubbers here. Alright, there's 12 more of those. 4 conveyors, so let's make sure that got checked off on the quest here. Yep. Alrighty. We'll just put them in there for now. I don't need any pumps, so we really only need to make 1 pump. Can we just we're definitely not going to be able to do it in here. So I need a tungsten steel screw, a rotor, okay, and a normal pipe. All right. All right, we'll go ahead and cut that, but let's do one of those for, oh, two of those, I guess, for now. All right. And we'll just put these in here for now. This I need to go put back downstairs because I'm gonna have to make another one. Because I don't want to mess up any of my recipes here. Can we cut this? Yeah, alright, we'll just cut both of them. Alright, there is an IV pump. Although I'm gonna need to make another motor, aren't I? Because I didn't account for that motor in the pump. Alright, just put that in there. Let's make another pump ahead of, or another motor ahead of time. All right, now we need pistons. How many pistons are we gonna need? 3 there. Oh wait, 3 total. Okay. I don't know if we have enough tungsten cable actually. Let's see. No, I'm gonna need to make some single tungsten cable. Okay, we can do that here. I thought I had everything planned, but man, this IV stuff is super pricey here. Alright, so we need 3 pistons. Oh, that was, oh, we need the tungsten steel gear. The cable was for the robot arms. Dope. That's alright, we need it anyways. And we're pretty much out of tungsten steel again. Alright, so there's our 3 pistons, and then we need 3 robot arms, it looks like. No, I didn't make enough motors somehow. Oh, it's because I didn't have this in the equation. Oopsie. I know what I am doing. Alright, so that is our second IV quest complete. We're taking the bag for sure. Oh, you get all of it. Nice. Alright. And then we are going to want to make these quantum arms because we need to go over to the circuit assembler, but we can now make this bad boy here. So we might do that first. Alright, so there's our 3 robot arms that we're going to need. Let's do the advanced assembly machine number 4. Nice, very nice, very, very nice. That gets us, ooh, indium is what I was looking for. Can that be made into iridium at all? I don't know. It is a choice reward. Oh yeah, how do we, I'm going to choose the bags, but how do we make this again? There was a way. Aluminum, oh, and this indium concentrate. And this was made sulfuric acid, gallium sphalerite. All right, so yeah, I had placed some miners out to get some more galena and sphalerite to do this. So we will do that soon. I think my galena vein was screwed up because there was a dungeon that spawned on it, so I need to go move that miner. All right, so I think where we're going to place these EV machines for now is going to be right over here, because I do have a platinum line sitting right here, and I think we're just gonna, oh, that's a ×1, but there is 2 amps. Oh, this is 4 amps. Maybe we don't do that. Let's just use some more platinum cable. Hopefully not too much, because I think I need a couple for my next machine. All right, so there, 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 and there, and then we will color it pink. Alright, so let's just place the thing there, and hopefully that doesn't have too much cable loss. So yeah, our first IV machine. I like it. Alright, so let's go look at the next steps here. So next was like quantum eye, right? Quantum star. So we're gonna need to make a couple more nether stars. We have a little bit of radium left, so that should be fine, or radon, I should say. Alright, let's make a couple nether stars. We've seen that before in the radon we have from way back when. And let's make a couple quantum stars. Oh, we have two nether stars. Do I need another star to make another star? I forget. Salus Mundus, right? Let's see here. Null catalyst, that's what we need. Okay, yeah, so we do need... Let's make that recipe. Let's make two of those. We have two Salus Mundus. How do we make that again? Balance shards. Okay, balance shards. Crucible. Alright. To the Thaumcraft. Alright, so I think we have everything we need. I don't have my I have my Thaumcraft gear on, so everything looks really, really dark. And I've been digging down to bedrock in my base, so things are looking a little eerie right now. Let's try to use our new assembly machine and see if this works. This recipe I guess doesn't even use a full amp, so amp of IV, so that's good. Cool. So we will have 4 nether stars now. Alright, 4 nether stars in our IV assembly machine. Sweet. And then what do we need? We needed radon, right? In a HV chemical bath. Is that what I have down here? Yeah. Just 2 of them. Ooh, 96-second recipe. That's that'll take some time. Alrighty, and then there is our 2 quantum stars, and I put away my cell here. I did read on the Discord. I forgot this was even in the pack, to be honest with you. The Battle Gear dual wheel deal. I read on the Discord that this is eventually going to go away, and they're going to backport your little offhand slot here, I think. So I figured I'd use it for now and see if it's even worth using. I know some people are a little disappointed in that change, but I don't know. Change can be difficult, but sometimes it is nicer in the long run. So, okay, so 2 quantum stars. We can put that in there. Just go ahead. Oh, I didn't. Oh, well. We'll just get rid of it. Now what's next? We need to figure out iridium. That is what I need to figure out. Alrighty then. Alright, well, I was recording a bunch of stuff to get to figure out how to get iridium, and went through all of this and forgot to record it. So basically iridium is a offshoot of the platinum line. You start with this platinum residue dust that we've been getting from making platinum, and you mix it with this molten potassium disulfate, which I am making right here. You make that with sulfur, potassium, and oxygen, and then we are just melting it down in the fluid extractor. And I am impatient, and I am taking it out of here and putting it in my blast furnace before I have enough to complete. But basically I had like 96 or so of that platinum residue dust, and when in the blast furnace with the molten potassium disulfate, you get this leached residue. The leached residue is then put back into the blast furnace with some saltpeter and salt water, and you get the ruthenate stuff and some rarest metal residue. And then the rarest metal residue goes into the blast furnace again with hydrochloric acid, and we get iridium metal residue and some acidic osmium solution, which I think is the start of the osmium line maybe. And back into the blast furnace, just by itself it looks like, and you get these two deals here. I'm not sure what this is for, we'll look into that later, but iridium dioxide is what we are really looking for, and then iridium dioxide with some more hydrochloric acid will get us acidic iridium solution, and then the acidic iridium solution with ammonia chloride will get us the iridium chloride dust and some ammonia back. And then iridium chloride dust, calcium will get us this stuff and iridium. So iridium is quite the process. Like I said, offshoot of platinum line. So here very soon, I think we are going to start our platinum line down here maybe. Right underneath our little factory deal. I think we'll just do a platinum line and then all the little offshoots maybe in this area here if we have enough space. I don't know. We will see. But basically iridium is a pain in the butt to get. So hopefully we don't need too much here before we get the platinum line up and running. So again, I really would like to get to this circuit assembly before the end of the episode. So I will see you in a little bit after we go through all of these steps. And by the way, if I missed maybe not an easier way of getting iridium, but like a quicker way for this, I don't think there is a quicker way. Obviously, there's bees, there's bees, and this, I think. Obviously, we could use an Eye of Harmony, but we don't have access to this cool deal yet. I wonder what. Oh my gosh, the the tooltip on this thing is crazy. It's even got a second page. I've never seen a second page on a tooltip. Holy moly, that's a lot of reading. Yeah, that is wild, dude. UMV field generators. Holy moly, that is a cool gizmo, dude. I want it. Alright, so it looks like I had, yeah, 98. Alright, so leach residue dust. We got that so far. Next is rarest metal. So we need, we'll need 90 saltpeter. We will have 8 of this left over, it looks like. So 80 saltpeter and 8 salt water. Okay. And for now, I think we're just going to store this stuff over here, because I will probably forget about it and leave it over here forever. So boom, boom, and boom. Go. I did not look at the... Okay, so MV again, okay, and then MV, MV, LV chemical reactor, LV chemical. So none of these are actually that power hungry. Is that all done already? Holy moly, dude, we did it. Okay, now we're gonna get a bunch of weird dusts. This is the stuff that we are after. Let's get our salt water back. Steam can go in there. Hydrochloric acid. And that circuit 11. So let's go get our hydrochloric acid. Alright, and then we got this acidic osmium solution that we'll save for later. We can put our hydrochloric acid away, and then we have 27 of this iridium metal residue. Dude, this stack is getting smaller and smaller as we go here. Alrighty, and then the next step is blast furnace again by itself, just circuit 1, okay. So at least these recipes are not like super power hungry, like tungsten steel is. And for funsies, we're gonna put it in here. This and this. Ooh, hopefully that's the right circuit. Yep. And then that goes back into the chemical reactor with some of the ammonia chloride, which I think we have some over here maybe. Ammonia chloride, look at that. Alright, so this wasn't a super crazy thing. I mean, if I had it all automated, that'd be way better, but it is a lot of steps, but like nothing too crazy. I mean, we put in this liquid stuff with the platinum residue dust that we got from the platinum line, and then you just kind of add a couple more things here: salt water, hydrochloric acid, ammonium chloride. Yeah, a little bit of more hydrochloric acid. Yeah, that's not too crazy. All right, so then we're gonna do. Ooh, it's 3 to 1. Okay. All right, and that gets us the 27 iridium chloride dust. And we got some leftover things and stuff. Let me go clean up my inventory. All right, and then we basically just chemical react it with calcium, and we should have our iridium now. So let's, what's that, 27 iridium? Is that how it was working here? Yeah, that'll be 27 iridium, and then we'll have the blast furnace to get. Oof, here's the expensive part here. Oh my gosh, dude, 7 million, or I guess technically 8.4 million because I don't have a ton of nitrogen. Ugh. All right, we gotta stop that. Stop this. Wow, we almost did it all. Yeah, just take all this out for now because we are pushing it on our power. We're running out of fuel here, so hopefully we have enough fuel to just smelt these iridium ingots up. For now, is there anything I can do with this stuff? The saltpeter can go in there. What's with this? Centrifuge it, gold dust, silicon dioxide. Okay, boo. What about you? I need later. Okay, well, cool. We'll just throw all this stuff in here for now. Alright guys, so I'm gonna have to end the video there. This video got way out of hand here, so we are past the 40-minute mark here, way past the 40-minute mark. So I appreciate you guys watching. I did get into the IV chapter, and we will continue the progress into the IV chapter next episode. So again, thank you for watching, and I appreciate all the feedback and the likes and the comments and the subscribes and all that kind of good stuff. So keep it up, guys. I really appreciate it, and hopefully we get to that Eye of Harmony maybe next episode. Just kidding. Yeah, but we're gonna continue IV and possibly get into some multi-blocks next episode because my nitrogen supply is struggling, hydrogen supply is struggling, a bunch of stuff struggling that I think multi-blocks will help us out with. And yeah, have a good day. Bye bye.